it smells and looks like raw meat. I don't know why. It's just really gross. Hi everyone. So, since my last couple videos, I haven't really talked about my pregnancy in detail. I've just pretty much announced that I was pregnant, how me and Arlainio got pregnant, and kind of just how our family and Arlainio found out that I was pregnant. Right now I'm actually 13 weeks and 3 days. But I'm gonna go back and kind of talk about how, you know, my first trimester was. And I'm actually gonna break them up into 3 weeks. So I found out that I was pregnant at about 4 weeks. So I'm gonna do weeks 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12. So basically, I'm just gonna be talking about the symptoms that I felt, maybe some products that I use throughout my pregnancy. When you're pregnant, you want to be the healthiest you are possible, just with your diet, avoiding certain chemicals like in your hair products, your makeup, all of that stuff. So I'm just going to be talking about all of those things. So for this video, this is actually going to be weeks 4, 5, and 6. So as you guys probably know, I found out that I was pregnant at, was it 4 weeks? Yeah, 4 weeks and 2 days. As far as weeks 4, 5, and 6, 4, 5 was pretty okay. The symptoms that I felt, I pretty much felt really fatigued. Before I got my BFP, I actually felt that fatigue. And I was getting hot flashes. Not just hot flashes, but I would feel hot 1 minute and then I'd have to take off my jacket the next minute. And then I'd feel cold again, you know? So, wait, did I say that right? I'd get hot 1 minute and then cold the next. So I'd have to keep taking my jacket off and putting it back on. I just felt so much fatigue. And it was to the point where I needed to just sit down and take breaks, to the point where I actually had to go to the bathroom and like close my eyes for like 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. Also, something that I also noticed was, normally I don't really eat too much during the day. I eat very small meals, you know. I didn't really snack or anything, but the one thing that I noticed before I found out that I was actually pregnant was, before I went to sleep, I would get really, really hungry, to the point where I needed to find something to eat before I went to bed, because I wouldn't make it through the night without having to go to the kitchen, and I didn't want to go to the kitchen at like 3 in the morning, you know. So I felt that I needed to get a snack or even a full-on meal before I went to bed. So that's when I kind of thought like, maybe I'm pregnant, you know. But then again, you know, when you're actually trying to get pregnant, you always make up excuses. You don't want to believe that you're really pregnant just so you don't keep your hopes up. After about a week, that's when I told Arlainio, and it was the longest week. It wasn't even a full week before I told him, but it was the longest week, because he would go to work and then he would actually call me and say, oh hey, so-and-so, like our friends are inviting us for dinner and to have drinks. And at the time I'm fatigued, I'm tired, just not wanting to do anything. And I can't drink, you know, and I don't even drink on a regular basis or even at all. So I was just like, no, I think I'm just gonna stay home. Like, you can go if you want. So I told him on September 3rd. So that wasn't even a full week. I think that's like about 5 days after I found out. And then after I told him, it felt so much better, because every single moment I just wanted to tell him, but I couldn't, because I wanted to tell him in a creative way. One symptom that I also had was with my skin. I noticed that it was getting really dry, and I would be breaking out at certain parts of my face. Mostly in my forehead. I was really dry, like in my nose, my chin. I got some acne, and even down here. Yes, probably it's the hormones. I never really broke out when I was with my first pregnancy with ARIS. So I don't know, that's like something that's different for me. And also when I found out I was pregnant, I stopped using my normal face wash just because, you know, all the chemicals that they have in there. I just want to avoid it, especially in the first trimester and being so early on. I just didn't want to take any chances. So right now I just use regular, you know, just Cetaphil cleanser. Just something very neutral and basic. And sometimes I don't know, maybe this is what's causing my dry skin, but I use my Son's Honest body wash and shampoo. So that is pretty natural, and helps me take off the makeup when I do have makeup on. As far as, you know, the rest of my skincare routine, everything's pretty good. I do notice I get more dry, you know, in my, just all over. So what I pretty much use, this is what I've always used. This is the only lotion that my family uses. It's more of a cream, but it's called Infinite Aloe Skincare. I can link you to the website down below. I actually was gifted this through my cousins who wanted to help me out, you know, give me a gift when I was pregnant with ARIS, just for stretch marks. Helps with stretch marks. You can use it as a daily moisturizer. You can use it on your face. It's safe enough for your face. Has no parabens, no petroleums, no fillers, none of that stuff. And also with ARIS, after he was 3 months, he broke out with eczema. He has a number of food allergies. I'll get back into detail about all this stuff because I seriously can talk about this for days because it was such a big deal for us. He had horrible eczema, and taking him to the doctors, they just gave me all this steroid stuff, and I didn't want to put that on. It's horrible for adult skin. Imagine putting it on your 3-month-old son. I didn't want to do that, so I needed to find something to help him out and not just treat, you know, the symptom of eczema. I wanted to get it at the source, even though eczema is not curable. When he had eczema, my cousin told me, you know, try this on him, and I did. And lo and behold, in about a month and a half, he was clear of eczema, and it was amazing because I tried everything. I tried changing our detergent. I tried putting Cetaphil on, CeraVe, the Aveeno. I tried oatmeal baths. It was really hard because we seriously bandaged this boy like no other with creams and petroleums, and it was just really sad. But this stuff is amazing, you guys. We use this as a daily moisturizer, and it helps. On ARIS's first birthday, we found out just how allergic he was to milk products. We let him mess with his cake, and he broke out. And we seriously just ripped his clothes off, put him in the bath, and drenched him in this, and it went away. It was going away within a matter of seconds. So this stuff is amazing, guys. You guys should use it. My husband uses this. I use this. ARIS uses this. We don't use anything else. As you guys may or may not know, with ARIS, I had such a smooth pregnancy. The only symptoms that I had was mild nausea in the beginning, before I found out that I was pregnant, because I found out at about 13 weeks with ARIS. Pretty much nothing. No morning sickness, no swelling. What are the other pregnancy symptoms? Headaches. I didn't have any of that. It was such a smooth pregnancy. I loved my pregnancy with ARIS, which is probably why I had baby fever so early, because I just loved being pregnant and growing a life in me. This pregnancy so far has been a little more difficult, much more symptoms. When I hit 6 weeks, I actually researched this. A lot of people had said that when they hit the 6-week mark, that's when the nausea came. And I was like, you know, maybe this pregnancy will be just like my last pregnancy. No, 6 weeks, I felt it. The nausea, it was horrible. It was really, really bad. And I've been luckier than most women who have had morning sickness because I only threw up a number of times in this pregnancy, but maybe because it's not that I have a stronger stomach. I hate throwing up. I think I have a fear of throwing up, and I just remember throwing up as a child, just being like really sick, and I hated it, and I feel like it traumatized me in some way. So anytime I felt nausea, it would freak me out because I don't like throwing up. I don't like it at all. So the nausea came. It was way worse than when I was pregnant with ARIS. My sense of smell heightened. It was horrible. I later found out what a trigger for me was, and it was actually garlic. And not the smell per se, but after ingesting it or having it in any kind of my food, the nausea, it just worsened, and it was horrible. So I was nauseated, I was fatigued. As far as cravings, I did not have cravings at all. Anything. Nothing sweet, nothing sour, nothing spicy, nothing savory, nothing. No cravings. So that was really hard, especially with the nausea, because I would get more nauseated as I was hungry. If I didn't have anything in my stomach, then I would be more nauseous. But I would be so nauseous that I can't eat. And I didn't have any cravings. So I didn't know what to eat. Like nothing. I didn't want to eat anything, and it was really, really bad. Everything turned me off. So everything pretty much that I thought of maybe I can eat, it just sounded disgusting. Like sometimes when I would be at the grocery store, I'd be like, oh, I like these, I'm gonna buy them. And I never ate them because I never had the taste for them again. So that was really hard, just to find some stuff to eat. And I was really concerned because it was early on in my pregnancy, and I felt like I needed to eat some food. I didn't gain any weight in those weeks 4, 5, and 6. That, I guess, isn't a cause for concern, especially in the first trimester. But with ARIS, I gained 5 pounds before I even found out that I was pregnant. I don't want to compare both pregnancies because I know that they're different. And now that I know, they're very, very different as far as my symptoms. As soon as I found out that I was pregnant, I actually went back onto the prenatal pills or vitamins that I used with ARIS because I love them. I've heard from various pregnant mommies the first time around that, you know, their prenatal pills or vitamins, their prenatal vitamins made them nauseous just because of the iron. Mine, I love them. I didn't have any complications or bad side effects with mine. And so I went back on it. This is what I use. I use Nature Made Prenatal Multi Plus DHA. I get this at Costco. I think every other month in their catalog they have this on sale. I think it's like $2 or $3 off, and it comes with 150 soft gels. They are big, so if you do have really bad morning sickness or you can't, you know, swallow large pills, it is pretty big. It's about an inch long, but they're soft gels. So I usually take them. I can't take them with water. I have to take it with like chocolate milk or orange juice or apple juice. So just it helps me gulp it down. But these are great. It has everything that you need. I know some people use the gummy vitamins, but those don't have iron, so you just have to be very careful. And then As soon as I found out that I was pregnant, I actually went back onto the prenatal pills or vitamins that I used with ARIS because I love them. I've heard from various pregnant mommies the first time around that, you know, their prenatal pills or vitamins, their prenatal vitamins made them nauseous just because of the iron. Mine, I love them. I didn't have any complications or bad side effects with mine, and so I went back on it. This is what I use. I use Nature Made prenatal multi plus DHA. I get this at Costco. I think every other month in their catalog they have this on sale. I think it's like $2 or $3 off, and it comes with 150 soft gels. They are big, so if you do have really bad morning sickness or you can't, you know, swallow large pills, it is pretty big. It's about an inch long, but they're soft gels. So I usually take them. I can't take them with water. I have to take it with like chocolate milk or orange juice or apple juice. So just it helps me gulp it down. But these are great. It has everything that you need. I know some people use the gummy vitamins, but those don't have iron, so you just have to be very careful. So that's what I use right now. When I was 6 weeks, that's actually when I told my mom, my aunt, and my grandma. And what's funny with them three is my mother lives with me. My aunt lives across the street. She's like my second mom. And then my grandma. They knew that I was pregnant before I even told them. As soon as I found out that I was pregnant, I actually went back onto the prenatal pills or vitamins that I used with ARIS because I love them. I've heard from various pregnant mommies the first time around that, you know, their prenatal pills or vitamins, their prenatal vitamins made them nauseous just because of the iron. Mine, I love them. I didn't have any complications or bad side effects with mine, and so I went back on it. This is what I use. I use Nature Made prenatal multi plus DHA. I get this at Costco. I think every other month in their catalog they have this on sale. I think it's like $2 or $3 off, and it comes with 150 soft gels. They are big, so if you do have really bad morning sickness or you can't, you know, swallow large pills, it is pretty big. It's about an inch long, but they're soft gels. So I usually take them. I can't take them with water. I have to take it with like chocolate milk or orange juice or apple juice. So just it helps me gulp it down. But these are great. It has everything that you need. I know some people use the gummy vitamins, but those don't have iron, so you just have to be very careful. So that's what I use right now. So the apps that I use, I download a couple of them. I always use the Baby Bump app, Ovia Pregnancy, the WebMD Pregnancy app, the Baby Center My Pregnancy app, the Bump, and that's it. Those are, I guess, the best ones. I like to have different sources and just check them every single day at midnight, you know, just to see, kind of like, you know, you get really excited about what the day brings, and it just makes you more excited inside. So I'm just gonna show you guys kind of what the app says. My favorite one is the Baby Bump app. It's a great community. You know, if you have any questions, whether you're pregnant or you have 1 kid, 2 kids, 5 kids, 10 kids, there's always mommies to help you. Different support groups, whether you're asking about, you know, feeding, breastfeeding, bottle feeding, if you're a Christian mom, if you live in this region, just all kinds of different groups. So as far as week 4, the baby is less than 0.1 inches. So it's the size of a poppy seed. It says the blastocyst is now officially considered an embryo and is busy implanting into the lining of your uterus where the placenta will continue to develop. This is the first week you may be able to get a positive test result. That was true for me on a pregnancy test. But for the most accurate results, you will need to wait a week until your body is producing enough HCG. Week 5. At this stage, your embryo is dividing into 3 layers of cells. Many women will notice their breasts are much more sensitive and sore. That's also a symptom that I kind of noticed as well. My boobs were really sore, especially like my nipples. They're just really sore. Putting a bra on hurt. I just wanted to take them off. And then sometimes when I didn't have a bra, it hurt too, just because it's like weighing down. So that was another major symptom that I had that kind of told me that I was pregnant. Week 6, baby is the size of a small pea, 0.25 inches. Says your baby is rapidly growing and will triple in size this week. Wow. Basic facial features such as eyes and ears are beginning to develop. And the tiny heart is starting to pump blood. Amazing. Isn't the human life and the cycle amazing? Then it talks about caffeine levels. The first time around I was okay with not having caffeine, but this time that's actually one thing that I'm like, it smells really good, the coffee, you know. So what I do is I allow myself to drink coffee, but I actually drink decaf. I use the ready-made coffee. I pretty much fill like this much with water, and then put half a tablespoon of decaf coffee, and then I put a little bit of creamer and then the rest milk. So I pretty much have milk with a pinch of coffee. Just to get the taste. And it seriously, it helps me so much, like with my mood, and it's okay to give into your cravings, you know. They say you have to try to be as healthy as possible, and that's true, but you do have to give into your cravings, because sometimes it's your body's way of telling you that you need something. Just like how I was very turned off by garlic, and I was turned off by alcohol, and also red meats. Any kind of red meat, sometimes I'm just like, ugh. It smells and looks like raw meat. I don't know why. It's just really gross. But I guess, you know, listen to your body. If you have cravings, give into them a little bit. Don't overindulge, but maybe it's something that your body needs. The last thing is, when I would cough, the side of my pelvis would hurt, like a sharp pain, and I guess that's like your uterus stretching and your abdominal muscles stretching too. So that's kind of like a pain that I felt, or even in my cervix area, just my uterus expanding, just kind of like I forgot what it was called, but just like a sharp pain over there. 4 to 6 weeks, not showing at all. Bloating, yes, amazingly bloated. I've actually had to put the elastic in my pants, my jeans. I'm in that stage where I don't look like my normal like body type or shape, but I don't look pregnant because I don't have a bump. So I just kind of look like fat with a muffin top. So that's fun. That's pretty much it as far as weeks 4, 5, and 6. Hopefully this information has been helpful to all of you guys, and hopefully I get feedback from you guys. If you guys have any questions, just ask me in the comments below. I'm always pretty good with answering questions, and anytime anyone has a comment, I try my best to answer to you guys, because that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm vlogging my pregnancy for my records, just to kind of see how my pregnancy is going, and also to help other people with their pregnancy. If they have any questions, and just to compare where I am to where they are, just to, you know, help with any kind of anxiety, if you think this is normal, if this is not normal, and also to fill you guys in on products that I use as well as apps, you know. So you know, if this is helpful to you guys, if you guys want to follow my pregnancy journey, subscribe if you guys want, like this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks, bye.